Ryan has been anticipating the new Bolo 6 game for months. It finally releases and Ryan downloads it immediately. As soon as the game downloads, he attempts to play online only to get continuous errors. If he checks online forums to find that nearly everyone who purchased the game is unable to play online. The makers of the game console blast out a tweet stating that the servers are at capacity and have gone down. This is a classic example of which of the following: brute force, DOS, DDoS, MITM. All right, gang, so every server has a capacity. Let's say that the gaming server could handle 100,000 users a minute. 100,000 users, we good. Any more than that, it goes down. So this happens a lot when new games come out. This happens a lot even with Netflix or Disney or any of those types of services when it's something new and it's an influx of people trying to watch something, an influx of people trying to use it. So DOS stands for denial of service. So denial of service means just that. You denied that service, and the reason that you denied that service is because it's reached capacity. 100,000 people can be on there at once, but 250,000 people are trying to get on there. The server can't do it. The server don't know what's going on. It's overworked. It just shuts down. It's not letting anybody on because there's way too many people trying to request access to that server at that time. Jasmine is currently interning for a startup in her hometown. She is trying to log into the company's portal to update several log events. Every time she enters the URL, she is rerouted to a site she's never seen before. The site requests credit card information. She tries the website on several other computers with the same result. What most likely has happened? Typo jacking, DNS poisoning, server retargeting, ARP adjustment. What most likely has happened is the DNS has been poisoned, right? So when you poison a DNS, instead of the DNS pointing to the website that you wanted to go to, instead of the website resolving to the website that you wanted to go to, it actually retargets and repositions and goes to another website. So the DNS, right? The name DNS is domain name service, right? So domain name service or server or system, whichever one you want to put in there, right? But the main purpose of the DNS is to resolve a website name to an IP address or an IP address to a website name. So every website has an IP address. The IP address is just the address on the network. That's what the computer is looking for. But since humans aren't built to memorize a bunch of numbers, that's why the websites come up. Whether it's Google, ESPN, itmagicKey.com, everything has an IP address. The DNS server looks for the IP address, then looks and sees what website name actually correlates to that IP address. Boom, the website comes up. Now, if you poison a DNS, instead of the correct website coming up, it's going to retarget to a completely different website in hopes that it'll be able to compromise somebody.